Hey guys, Vlad Moldavsky here from MeatAdvisors.com. I'm joined with Dillon Breslin from Joloop. Dillon, how are you today?
I'm great, Vlad. How about yourself?
I'm great. Dillon and I are actually friends from a little while back. He's from Los Angeles and he has a really exciting startup to tell you about, particularly in the LA area right now, but without holding the fort down on myself any longer. Tell us about Joloop. What are you guys doing in LA that's so different, and what's your business model? Tell us as much as you possibly can right now.
Well, first of all, thank you for that kind introduction, Vlad. So yeah, Joloop came together over the last 3 months. What we're really trying to do is we understood that Los Angeles is pretty much the fitness capital of the United States. The weather, the quality of life, the people, just everybody's so active. And it's become a thing where we're seeing a lot of competitiveness through fitness, oh, I'm doing this, I'm so great, or I'm doing so well, or I go to this gym, but you go to that gym. We wanted to break that mold. We wanted to build a community, and we wanted to bring all the people together, loop them in, so to speak, through Joloop by giving them group fitness classes all over, utilizing the outdoors. The motto we're kind of rolling with right now is make your city your gym. With that said, the trainers will have classes, whatever locations they would like, whether it be Santa Monica on the beach or maybe in Venice in a park, all the way to Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, downtown, you name it. So everyone will know they're never too far away from a class.
Awesome. So you mentioned trainers. So that leads me to my next question. How are you guys setting this thing up? Are you focused at, are you consumer focused? Are you trainer focused? How does it work? So I'm a consumer, you're a trainer. How does Joloop bridge the gap? How can I envision the product without actually, having it in front of my face?
Well, pretty much, we're trying to help both parties. First of all, with the trainers, we see our platform as a way for them to fill their time more, sort of like the Uber approach. Like I said, they can jump on our website for now. When the app comes in the new year, they'll be on the app, create a class, edit a class, set their own schedule accordingly. Perfect, right? Now, they know that they're in control. Now we shift over to the consumer. The consumer is going to have tons of different times. Oh, I want to be cardio based, or I want to do something maybe flexibility or strength. Oh great, I see Dillon's classes. These are all his times. Wow, he has so many times in so many different locations. This is perfect because maybe I live in one area but I work in another place. So I know, oh, if I miss him at 2 p.m. this day during my lunch break, I could catch him at 6 p.m. or maybe tomorrow morning. So
I think the coolest thing, besides the fitness aspect of the company, is the fact that if let's say I'm a business traveler and I'm in LA for a week and I don't have a gym membership and I don't know anyone, it bridges that gap as well. So I could come on your platform, exactly. I can reach out to a trainer, but more importantly, I'm not going to be just in a class with a trainer in a location that requires a membership, but I'm going to be in a class with all of these other people. So if I'm looking for women or if I'm looking just for a good training, I can use your app, I can log in, and I could grow myself mentally and physically. So obviously you're about to launch, from what I understand, on Wednesday, and you're going into alpha.
Right.
What has been the most difficult part from the point that you thought of this idea? So you mentioned to me a little earlier, you had this idea, it came to you during Lollapalooza, Chicago, Lollapalooza, we love you, from Chicago. And, it starts with an idea, but fast forward 2.5 months and you're wearing a t-shirt and you have a site and you have the ambassadors. What's been the single-handedly the most difficult part, getting from that part to probably just the second step of success?
Absolutely. So you mentioned our Alpha program. That's where these people who we've reached out to, these brand ambassadors, are now going to get an opportunity to use Joloop's platform, try out all these classes free, completely on us, meet the trainers, meet each other. The most difficult part was getting them engaged in the first place. I guess anyone can reach out. Tons of companies reach out to me all the time. I ignore the emails, or I get notifications from Uber. I just skip over it, or this or that, or this website. And once you're involved with something, now how do we get them to stay involved? So that's what's really been picking our brains. And tying back in what you said, we created this community. You know, on the website and on the app, there's going to be the chat feature. So we really hope that that's like one of those sticky features that's going to keep people around, is the fact that they will be engaging not just in fitness, but in a community of people as well. So we're really hoping to keep them on our platform by, you know, instilling something like that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is helping, you know, the consumers communicate with the trainer, but at the same time, another challenge that I see that you will 100% face is, how do we get the trainers to stay on our platform? And we also talked about that before we got on camera, but maybe, you know, touch on that a little. You know, maybe you haven't even thought that far out, because as you said, you haven't collected any data. You're going into the first phase, but, you know, what are some ways that you may motivate the trainers to come on your platform? And then more importantly, when they're on your platform, can you really guarantee them that they're going to get business? Are you doing anything on your end to push the business to them, things like that?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So, as a former personal trainer at a club called Equinox in Los Angeles, you know, it's a nationwide health club, we were given a constant lead flow. Every time someone signs up for the gym, membership advisors or the fitness manager, so be it, would send us the leads. And then it was our job to market ourselves to these people to try to sell them personal training.
Mm-hmm.
That model works if you're a great salesman, you know, but if you're just a great personal trainer and you're not a great salesman, you're not going to last in an environment like that, and that's what pushes people to go private. And then what ends up happening is, let's say you're doing a great job as a private trainer, the next month you could have 0 clients because they could all just move on or move away, or, you know. That's where Joloop comes in, and like Equinox, we provide them with a constant lead flow, sending people to their classes, keeping their classes filled. We just need them to get on the platform, be, you know, credited, certified, be, you know, friendly and conscious and healthy and happy. From there, it's going to be up to our marketing efforts to get those classes filled for them, to keep them engaged and keep them around.
Here's probably one of my last questions, but you mentioned that there's going to be this chat feature coming from the consumer side, coming from the individual side. Is there going to be some sort of way for, and again, maybe I'm thinking a little too far out, but will there be a way for a trainer to get notified when, hey, Vlad logged into Joloop, signed up, and he marked cardio and he marked boxing as his interest? Will that, you know, number one, it's going to push, hopefully, you know, when I sign on, it's going to push that notification to the trainer, but will you give them an opportunity to market to them through your platform?
Right. So right now, the ambassadors are able to speak with the trainers and be able to speak with each other. When they log in, you know, to the site, joloop.com/welcome, they'll see all the other profiles. Just like I showed you, my friend messaged me and we were laughing about it. Yeah, so down the line, we have been thinking about that. When we collect their initial data, when the app launches, okay, so Vlad, you're signing up, and I like boxing, I like cardio, and I like high-intensity interval training. Great, so then, yes, we will maybe hypothetically try to put Justin's classes towards you, or Courtney's class, or, you know, connect you guys somehow to best reach your wants and needs.
Makes
Absolutely.
sense. So, last question. We have people on our platform from all over the U.S., and then we have people on our platform who travel to LA.
Absolutely.
Right now, the question is, how do I sign up just as a normal person? And more importantly, for the individuals, whether you're a personal trainer and you're traveling in LA and you want to make some extra cash to take your girlfriend out to dinner at night, or you're a personal trainer in LA, you know, where do you go? How do you sign up? Walk me through the brief process.
So from your end as a consumer, joloop.com/register is up and running right now. You can make a profile. You'll receive notifications, of course, about what's going on in Los Angeles, but another hashtag campaign that we're pushing is Loop Next. So we're trying to engage people across America to tag their photos with Loop Next, so we can see, okay, this could work in Chicago, Illinois, this could work in Tampa Bay, Florida, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. As a trainer, we have a different site, joloop.com/class, where a trainer could submit a potential class that they would want on our platform. Of course, myself and the team would review it, and from there we would go forward with their application process, because it's all going to be based off, you know, trends and what the people want right now, for sure.
Awesome. Dillon, thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thanks for having me, Vlad.
And of course, check out Meet Advisors for more videos and blogs. Thanks a lot.